Hello and welcome back to my channel. A few weeks ago, I introduced you to a very wonderful vocabulary list related to Christmas. This time, I am going to introduce you to yet another very exhilarating vocabulary list, this time related to the Lunar New Year, or Tết. Now, without further delay, let's get started. The first word in this list is the word lunar, which means related to the moon. Now, many of us have known ancient people in Asia a long time ago in order to count the days and in turn the months and then the year. This produced the lunar calendar. And the new year, according to this lunar calendar, is called the Lunar New Year, as we have known as Tết. Now, in order to welcome the new year and to say goodbye to the past year, you would spend a day called Lunar New Year's Eve. This is a very important turning point after a year, right? Now, let's get to a very exciting part of Lunar New Year, the bonsai. In Vietnam, especially in the northern Vietnamese houses, people would decorate their houses with the peach blossom trees. Whereas in their southern counterparts, they would put up their apricot blossom trees. The apricot blossoms is very unique to the southern Vietnamese houses, whereas the peach blossom trees are very unique to the northern Vietnamese houses. Also, not limited to such trees, including the peach blossoms as well as the apricot flower trees, people would normally decorate their house with the kumquat trees. And alongside the kumquat trees, as well as the main flowers in the houses, they would put up marigold trees. Okay, enough for the bonsais. Let's get to another very exciting part of Lunar New Year, the cuisine. Now, talking about the Lunar New Year, we can't help talking about the square rice cake. And in order to eat the square rice cake, what do you eat it with? You serve it with the pickled shallot or pickled ramps. And of course, we can't miss a very exciting dish called the jellied meat. And when you eat rice with the jellied meat, some people also eat rice with the pork bologna. This word has various pronunciations, including bologna, Bologna, and Bologna. Okay, getting out of the house a little bit, the city government would normally decorate a street called the Flower Promenade. In the Flower Promenade, you can see various types of flower. And I'm sure you have heard of Nguyễn Huệ Promenade, and the flower promenades on Nguyễn Huệ Street are normally decorated and open to the visitors on the first, the second, and the third day of Lunar New Year. Now, parents at home normally expect whom to come home? Their children, in order to throw a party called family reunion. And family members normally gathers around in family reunions in order to have a year-end party. Now, if you remember your childhood, during your childhood, there are several people, several dancers who would hop into your house in order to perform dances called the lion dance. Lion dance is a very special feature in Asian or Oriental culture. Now, during the Lunar New Year, when you go out and visit the pagoda or a Buddhist temple, sometimes you can have your names or the names of anyone close to you written on a picture called calligraphy paintings. Now, let's talk about another extremely significant tradition in the Lunar New Year. In the Lunar New Year, you will pay visit to the cemetery, you will worship your ancestors, and you use incense to worship them. At home, you would put their pictures on the altar and worship your ancestors, correct? Another typical feature during the Lunar New Year is the feng shui. Feng Shui refers to luck and how you would control everything around you so that you will receive nothing but luck. And the first person who visits your house is also within this realm. This person is called the first caller. Normally in Oriental tradition, people would choose their first caller in order to bring luck into their houses. Now this year, according to the Vietnamese culture, it is the year of the cat. So ages that are compatible with the cat are believed to bring good luck into the house. So if you have first callers who have the ages of the pig, the goat, and the dog are the people who bring luck into your house if they are first callers. Now on the 23rd of December, whom would you worship or pay tribute to? You pay tribute to the kitchen god. Now let's talk about the children during the Lunar New Year. In Lunar New Year, when you pay visit to your relatives' houses, what do the children receive? They receive lucky money. And the lucky money is carefully contained in a red envelope. Now let's talk about a very special tree in the Vietnamese culture. In the Vietnamese culture, we have a very special tree called the Lunar New Year maple, believed to help the people ward off the devils and the evil spirits. That's it for our Lunar New Year vocabulary. I will see you next time and Happy New Year!